Oh man, this tea is so good. It is cinnamon roll tea. Oh, it's still trying to look at the webcam, but I'm using the computer today. Not using the webcam. Go away, webcam. There we are. Yeah, hey, good evening, everybody. Whoa. Who's that? I thought I heard someone else there for a second. Oh, Hazen. Yes, I can hear you now. Liz is still struggling with her headphones, so she's probably gonna be...
Did she charge him?
She did charge him, but she is, she's like... It's still got the red light? I'm sorry, there's another light on the front. It's kind of a rainbow light, if that helps. So she has her activity for the stream. How are you doing, Hazen?
No. I'm all right. You should, Liz, maybe you should consider contacting whoever you got it from, see if they got a warranty on it. You might have got a dud, or it might just be something simple that it's not obvious how you fix it.
She might have. I'll tell her later. She can't hear us right now. She's in tech hell. She's in tech hell.
That's my life.
What am I doing?
No, what are you supposed to tell me?
What am I supposed to tell you? Oh, you might want to check the warranty on your headphones.
I got them this year.
What?
I got them this year.
You threw the warranty out? Okay, that's what you do with those. That's the way to treat warranties, yes. Correct.
Yeah, whoever you got them from, you can, usually look and see if the manufacturer has a warranty or if they're really new. Whoever you bought them from, will, sometimes will let you exchange them.
Yeah, so there's things that we can do, Liz. We will work with you after the stream, assuming you can actually, unless you magically get it fixed and bomb in here in the middle of the stream, in which case it would be like, oh, it's been corrected. It's always my experience with headphones, though. I used to have I used to have like fancy pants, like, oh, these are Bluetooth headphones, they're so fan. I was like, oh yeah, these headphones are gonna make the stream better, and then lo and behold, they did not work too good. And then it's only when I pulled out.
They work, yeah.
Not well.
They worked okay. You were just using like the like the I don't know, the like no hertz radio in it for Bluetooth. I remember like telling you just to stop the radio in it, drive for in Windows, and everything sounded like a million times better.
Yeah. But the headphones I'm using now are like just like cheap headphones. They don't even have their own power source. Yeah, just plug them in with a jack and then boom, it works. So I like simple and things that work.
Those are great. Yeah, you don't need. I don't know. I do sound and music stuff a lot, and I've used headphones, their own, they have to have their own special power source because they have so many ohms in them that it's like they can't get enough, there's so much resistance, they just can't get enough power. And it's just like, okay, well, I've used those before and they sound, kind of better. I mean, is there more stuff you can hear? A little bit, yeah, but most stuff is not mixed for people who have like sound stuff like that. So you're not really, you reach like a point of, I don't want to say diminishing returns, but like you get to a point when you have stuff that's that crazy. It's the same thing with people like, I generated a piece of AI art and I made sure it was an 8K. Like, okay, great. Who has an 8K monitor? No one. So who is this for? No one. It's just you did it because why not? I can. Why shouldn't I? Because it's stupid. It's overkill. It's too much. You know what? I generated one in 16K. Mine's better, I guess, now than yours. Because I can. No one on Earth will be able to see it. But that doesn't matter. I still wasted tearing up my GPU a little bit and all this other stuff. Like, I don't know. It's the same people who build Arch Linux from the kernel and they're just like, I built Arch Linux from the current. Why did you do that? There are plenty of distributions of Arch Linux now that you don't have to fuck with that, and you can still change them and do whatever you want. Well, because I can.
I mean, if it's a hobby, why not? But unless
It's a
you get
stupid
like
hobby.
yeah, if
Just
maybe
use stuff that's made.
hey, I think a lot of hobbies, if they're just like, I like to burn time doing this, you know, oh, I enjoy archery in the backyard. It's like, why? Because I do. A lot of hobbies you could rightfully say that's dumb, but if the person is having a good time, that's a hobby.
Yeah, well, I don't, my hobby is telling people that doing stupid waste of time shit is a stupid waste of time. So
That's your
if you
hobby.
come at me and you tell me, yeah, if you tell me that I just remade Windows from the kernel and it works exactly like Windows 10 with all the stupid shit that Windows 10 has, you're an idiot. There's already Windows 10. Why did you do that? Why did you spend time doing that?
Makes me wonder if there's what the screen resolution would have to be where theoretically the human eye cannot perceive that level of fidelity in the first place, like a totally redundant screen resolution. Like this has more DPI than you have like cones and rods in the back of your eye.
Yeah.
More than you have nerve receptors at that level. It's like, okay, so then you can't perceive this level of resolution. Why?
we're already sort of there. Yeah, we're already sort of there because like you can have like 144 frames per second or 120 frames per second on a lot of screens and video games and stuff now.
Oh, good.
And everybody's gonna tear me apart when I say this. There's no fucking there's no difference. If you put 120 frames side by side with 144, you would be hard pressed to tell the difference between those two, because it's just there's already so much going on, and it's just so it'd be difficult to even discern which one is which.
It'd be especially funny to give like a tech snob a taste test side by side, and then like each one is playing just like actual 90s era anime where it's only going at like 24 FPS anyways. It's like, all right, which one of these is on a monitor that's 144 versus 122 FPS capable?
Those types of things they're always just like for games and stuff anyway, because movies and animation, any kind of motion picture stuff, it doesn't look good if it's more like 24 frames per second or whatever the standard is.
Yeah.
It just looks like you're like behind the scenes with them while they're filming. Nothing about it looks like micro paced well or anything like that. Everything just looks like so weird and like it's all fake.
I also think partially
It was like a fad for a while.
Partially, I think it's because I grew up where whenever I watched like a movie on the film screen, like, oh, that's like top of the line, that's like the apex of civilization. And then whenever you watch television's like, oh, TV is like cheaper, it's not. And film was 24 FPS and television was 32 or 30 FPS. So I think my brain just sort of registered 30 FPS or higher frame rates as like actually lesser tier entertainment. Don't know if that makes any sense.
No, that's the charge one.
Yeah, I don't know. If you go lower than that, and like a lot of the Disney stuff's 14. It just depends on like what medium you're working for, what medium you're viewing. But typically motion picture stuff, it like higher frame rates, like higher than 24, 30 frames. I think those work really well for games. I think between like 60 and 120 is like the sweet spot of like the island of stability, if you will, where the human eye can easily perceive those and perceive like an increase in quality.
Yeah.
Anything above 120 is diminishing returns. Like I don't think anybody has pushed anything past like 144 yet, or 140, whatever it is above 120. Most things go to 120, and that's like the max that they'll lock at. You want to lock your frame rate anyway, because if you keep your frame rate just uncapped, it'll just eat every bit of your GPU processor stuff that it can get access to, which is dumb. Again, just waste.
I don't even have to worry about it because my game is chess. Does not need high frame rate to experience all of the benefits of the game. Although,
put some cursed info in the 25th frame subconsciously.
although
Really?
I should mention, I have been playing a little bit of Yark Adventures lately because Lop got the demo ready and he's letting me tinker around with it a little bit. I hope he's not basing big decisions off of like David's experience because I don't have that much experience with video games. But from what I'm experiencing so far, this is really fun. I think people are going to get a kick out of this. I've been meaning to take some time.
I actually played it too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, were you? I'm going to beat the demo later.
I thought it was great.
I just haven't taken the time yet, but I think I could actually beat the demo. Did you beat it yet?
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't beat it. What kept you from bringing the pumpkin in?
I was trying to make the camera look ahead further, and I couldn't do it. And the guys kept
You
on.
gave up?
They kept on grab. No, I didn't. I didn't give up. It's just it was bedtime, and I was like, "Boy, I'm kind of sleepy. I'm not giving up or anything. It's not that I'm giving up. It's just maybe I should."
He was sleepy, guys. That's why he didn't complete the mission.
Shut up. I was sleepy. If I was listening.
I thought like you had like free time to play it, and you were playing it, and you're just like, I can't figure out what to do or something when you said you couldn't beat it.
No,
but it was just that
no.
you were just playing it before bed.
That's
Okay.
that's exactly what it is. If I was in my prime, if I was alert and caffeinated, if I had done some brief warm up, and I had no obligations for the day, cleared
Some
my calendar,
burpees.
I'd be beating the level. I can do it.
I could just see you in that little living room that like with like a headband on and like just like gym shorts and like a tank top, and you're just doing like burpees, like hitting the floor and coming back up and jumping jacket, and you're just like, yeah, it's game time. I'm warming up.
We're gonna do it this time. We're gonna get it. We're not taking no for no answer.
There's like 80s montage music.
Yeah.
With every shot, show a little improvement. To show it all would take too long.
There was a great montage in the latest Smiling Friends episode. It was really funny.
I watched that. Was there a it must have missed the montage.
It's when I love the show and I keep forgetting their names. The yellow guy, I think he's Charlie, maybe. Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah.
When he was getting ready to go save Pip from the wizard, the balding wizard, he got a montage where he was training like the little Smurf knockoffs. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the latest one. The Christmas one is the latest one. So I think you saw the next to the latest one.
Oh yeah, okay.
The Shmoolagoos or whatever they were called.
Yeah, the Schmoobly Wooblies, whatever, whatever they are. It was not a terribly respectful name for those things, but I think that's...
The one talking with his nose clogged. Yes, mama. Yeah, I that did have a good montage in it. I thought that was funny, especially when all like they what sends me every time in that show is that they'll just randomly have like weirdly rotoscope animation.
Yeah. No, that's one of the things I like the most about it is when it gets like these weird like animation techniques that just don't match the feel of the rest of the show at all. It's just a big montage and it's really fun.
Yeah, the rotoscope thing is like, I don't know why it's so funny. You just see like all this like Toon Boom, like, you know, Newgrounds kind of animation stuff, and then suddenly there'll just be somebody like, you know, working out or something, and it'll be like just like, you know, 30 frames or whatever. God, it's so funny. Like the actual latest one, the Christmas one, they did that again with the what are you doing here, man? You're so old. Go home to your family, man. They like brought that guy back for a little like bit in the one scene. Oh, it was good to see him again. I liked it.
I don't think I've seen the latest one.
What a great show, Smiling Friends. I hope it gets more episodes, and I also kind of hope it doesn't, because like, I don't know. I want more Smiling Friends, don't get me wrong, but some of these shows, they just keep like buying seasons, and then they'll agree to do them, and then it'll just be like, you'll have like 10 seasons of this show that just stopped being funny like 5 seasons ago.
Yeah, I hope that they
A lot of
make
people-
I hope that they keep making it until until everything in the bucket has been pulled out and enjoyed, and then when the bucket is empty, I hope they stop.
I hope too. I hope once they're hard, like the Simpsons, they kind of like made fun of this on Smiling Friends. Actually, they had like a little Simpsons
I was just thinking
parody
that.
thing. I think in the episode you saw, where they were just like, after 346,000 seasons, it's still funny.
Well, it was. I think that was in response to the Simpsons, like kind of like pretty aggressively shitting on them, on their show. So it was like a little back and forth. But I'm gonna
maybe saw two different things, but I didn't think the Simpsons was like shitting on them.
It was
they were just
Marsh was like, "Oh,
sort
what
of
are you
making
watching,
fun of
Bart?"
how zany the show was.
It was just like it was like screaming and nonsense, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I really appreciate all like the subtlety and the nuance in this." And it's like the show actually does have some good subtlety and nuance, and it's not just all running around and screaming. So the critique, here we go.
But it's funny to make fun of it that way. I don't know. I didn't feel like that was them kind of like shitting on Smiling Friends.
I don't know. I got a rivalry in my head, and now I'm gonna have to white knight for Smiling Friends. If no one else is gonna do it, I guess it's up to me.
I mean, I don't know anyone who works on The Simpsons, so like you could be right. Like I know as much as you do. Really, we both just saw the same thing and have our interpretations of the intent of it, but it didn't feel like that to me. I don't know. Did anybody else? Chat? Did you guys see that where the Simpsons were kind of making fun of Smiling Friends? Did you think they were being kind of mean-spirited about it, or just kind of like shitting on them a little bit, just out of fun, just for giggles?
I'm gonna go with we'll see what the chat says, but I'm gonna go with a big how dare you, Simpsons? How dare you make fun of them? What do you think you are? Some kind of jokers over there? Some kind of.
Can you put a poll?
Can
in the chat? I don't know if you can do that on Picardo.
Let me hit some buttons. I'm in the Picardo chat. Chat poll. You must be a Yeah, no, denied. I have to. Pay
yeah, they
them
never. I thought like there was some kind of thing where they were gonna like sign you guys on as like partners or something at some point and give you free premium, but I guess that Picardo just dissolved, or whatever. They like whoever you were talking just disappeared into the ether.
Woof.
Can no longer be reached.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Actually, the same thing happened once when we were going to try to advertise on Adult Swim. Funnily enough, like this was way back, like 2000 and I want to say 2010, something like that. And I was thinking, Dreamkeepers, I love it, but I know I also need to get a readership for Dreamkeepers. So what's something that no webcomic has ever done? I can make an animated commercial. I think that's cool. And of course I did an animated commercial. But then I was like, what would be even cooler would be, what if someone saw an animated commercial for a webcomic, like on television, like during Adult Swim or something? Wouldn't that be cool? So I figured, yeah, why not? I'll reach out to their like advertising like department and be like, hey, how much would it cost for me? Because if I know what the price is, maybe I can save up and maybe I can do it. And I talked to a guy there, and he told me the rates, and I was like, okay, that's a big chunk of money, but I bet we could try. I bet we could try to save up for it. And that's what I did. I saved up for it, and then by the time I reached back out to them, I was like, oh, hey, I have like some revenue. I'm looking forward to getting this thing going. It's like, oh, this guy no longer works at Adult Swim. So I was like, oh, okay, that guy's not there anymore. Well,
I've heard that a lot.
Who do I talk to? And
I've heard that
no one just ever got back in touch. So it's just like, okay, do you guys not take money anymore? Whatever, I'll go advertise somewhere else.
I heard that a lot from people. Sam Hyde was talking about that. It might have actually been around that same time. They actually they were talking to somebody at Adult Swim years ago about doing like a show like World Peace, like what he actually had got to do on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
And he was talking to some guy. It was in the Brandon Buckingham interview. He was talking about this, I think. He was talking to some guy at Adult Swim, and I may be telling this a little bit wrong, so you can go watch the interview if you want another real story. Take what I say with a grain of salt. I don't remember all the details. I think him and Nick were talking to somebody, and they were just like, yeah, we need you guys are you guys local in LA? And they were just like, no. And they was like, well, we need you to fly out here and meet with me, and we can talk about doing the show and everything. So they actually got in a car and drove from fucking Rhode Island all the way to Los Angeles, California. So I will say most Europeans don't understand the size of America. It is almost like driving from the east part of Russia all the way over to the west part of Russia. We're not talking about going from, you know, Essex to Cornwall or anything like that. It's not like that. It's not like going from like Marseille to Paris or anything. You will be in a car doing nothing but driving for like 3 days, maybe 4.
Yeah,
whole
literally.
days, whole fucking days. So that is, you know, to give you a little scope, a little reference for the size of it's not like driving across Serbia to France or anything like that. It's this very much a larger mass of land. So they drove for like, you know, half a week to get to this place, and they got there, and when they got there, they were calling this guy. He would no longer answer, and they just called like whatever office he was at. I don't know how they got like someone else's number, but they called someone else, and they're just like, oh yeah, that guy got fired yesterday. He doesn't work here anymore.
Womp, womp,
And so I think
womp.
they did actually get to talk to somebody while they were there, but it was the tone was completely different. And I don't know if that's just a thing they do at Adult Swim, if like something makes it up the channel and somebody rejects it, if that's not just like the way they kind of like reject people. But there's been at least 3 instances of that. You, Sam Hyde, and there's one other person, which I won't talk about the details of, but they all 3 people have said that to me. There's been some people too that have publicly talked about having like not that experience, where I think it was Chris O'Neill. He was talking about how he went to pitch Leo and Satan, a long time ago, back to Adult Swim, and he said that they had like some shows that, you know, were based around like hell and the devil and stuff like that. They had a lot of those coming out, and they didn't want like another show about that. And also, like, he found out if he signed on with like Turner or whoever it was that was like the owner, parent company at that time, that he would, you know, the only contract they would offer him would be like they would own 100% of the property.
Great. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I don't like to hear. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, that's why most people just they don't take their baby anymore, like Bill Oakley. They don't take their baby to some TV thing and put it out there. They usually develop something specifically to be on television.
Yeah, which I think that makes more sense, because you don't want to. There's just so many potential pitfalls with, I'm going to say, corporate televised, like television development, and even this at this point you could say like corporate streaming development, where there's a lot of ways that, you know, things can get away from you, and the result might not be good. So if you really, really deeply care about a franchise, the safest way to develop it is just to do it independently and try to build up that organic following to just push production that way.
It'll never be as big as it could be if you had something on TV, but maybe that's the sacrifice that you make. That's the opportunity cost, is that you will have something you have full control over that a lot of people still like. Maybe not millions of people, but a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like Bill Oakley, I mentioned him a moment ago. He's the guy who used to work on The Simpsons and like critic and stuff like that. And he did a show called Mission Hill, which I know no one listening to this is going to know what the fuck Mission Hill is. But if you Google Mission Hill and see the images, you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that being on Adult Swim a long time ago. And unless you're really young, then you won't. But he did a show called Mission Hill, I think with some of the other Simpsons like writers and animators that kind of wanted to do their own thing that was not really, Fox's thing back in the, I'm getting like really in the weeds here, but like Fox's thing back in the day was that they wanted every one of their shows to be centered around a family. That's how Family Guy came to be. I'm not kidding. Like that's why like everything developed for Fox was centered, everything animated developed for Fox was centered around a family. Trey Parker and Matt Stone actually took South Park to Fox first. And Fox rejected it because it wasn't centered around a family, and that they said, well, we can change the property, we can develop it, or where it's more about like the kids and their families and stuff like that. If that's what you want, now you won't run into a lot of people who are willing to do things like that. Like you want what? You want me to change my perfect intellectual property that I imagine? I imagine it 100% for me. It is flawless. Why should I change anything? But Matt and Trey were willing to do that, and Fox still said no. So they took South Park to Comedy Central, and now it's the biggest show. It's the only thing anyone watches from Comedy Central anymore for 30 years.
History. Sorry,
Yeah,
Fox, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, so Fox, their shows were really built around like family stuff, and I think Bill Oakley took Mission Hill to Fox for I want to say it might have even been on Fox for a short stint, but I don't think that it was. I may be wrong about that. I can't remember exactly the history, but I think he took it to Fox, and I think they rejected it for that same reason. And so there was this new thing out called Adult Swim. He took it to Turner, took it to William Street, and they were like, yeah, we can we will do this, you know. I think they bought a season of it. And I think like before like the last episode of that season, it got canceled because just no one was watching it. And it was a great show. It was everybody I have ever shown that show to was like, I really love this. I can't, you know, it sucks that there's no more of this. Is there anything happening? And I'm like, Bill Oakley has tried multiple times to like, he's raised money to be like, hey, Turner, I will buy the rights back from my show for you. How much do you want? Name the price.
Yeah.
I want my show back. I want to make more of this show. And every time they're just like, no, we're not. It's not for sale.
Jeez.
So it's the whole joke in Smiling Friends where the fucking CEO guy goes like, it's my intellectual property to sit on and do nothing with. Like that is so real.
Yeah.
That is so fucking real.
Well, sometimes that's how these companies work, and I was careful of this even in the early days of Dreamkeepers. At one point in the early days, we got an email from some person that was, you know, claiming to be like, oh yeah, I'm affiliated with these like Hollywood blah 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 blah, and we're really interested in like your IP. So I was like, okay, are they actually interested in developing something, or are they just IP farming? Because, you know, IP farming is when they just buy the rights to your thing with some generic, you know, promises about, oh yeah, it's got so much potential, we're really excited about this, but there's actually no plan whatsoever to ever develop anything. They just want to have the rights on lockdown, so if it ever does turn into anything by the sweat of your own brow, they will own it at that point. So I, you know, felt it out a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, so like, what are you guys kind of thinking of? Here's some possibilities, just to sort of see how they responded. And then as soon as I was actually asking questions and trying to engage with them, they just never responded at all. So I was like, all right, that answers that. They were just looking for someone to be like, oh my gosh, yes, please, please, if you're in California, we'll sign anything. Oh, that's so fantastic. And as soon as we were just like, oh, so yeah, so like, what did you have in mind? It was just like, never mind. Nothing. I had nothing in mind.
Yeah, that stuff is stupid. I remember trying to do like comics and stuff when I was younger. Me and an artist were friends, and we did some stuff, and we met a guy at like a comics convention, and he was like, I would love to sign you guys on, and he was like, no one, like, you know, no one was coming to his booth.
Actually,
the shit
can
that
I
was like
interrupt you
around
for
where
a
he
minute?
was selling it.
I just want to see, maybe we should switch over to Discord for calling, because Telegram is starting to give you subtle roboting. And I know last time we tried stuff around and we just couldn't fix it until we popped in Discord.
Let me try something 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
If you try that, let me try just the way it's work on the back.
Oh yeah, you want to try your headphones in Discord?
Yeah. It's like a red light.
Do 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 do. I can hear you. Are you? Say some more stuff.
I am not a robot. I am a well-spoken white man.
Yeah, I didn't hear any robot in there. That sounded fine.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes I just have to like reset everything.
Oh nope,
'cause-
roboting is back.
Oh my god, no.
I think it's Telegram. I think we just gotta move to Discord.
All right, well let's try that.
All right. Come on, Telegram. You had one job. Let me make sure my settings over here are actually picking up the right microphone and all that jazz. Input device, output device. Yeah, it looks like that should be correct. Good. Boop-a-doop.
It's loading for me, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. If you can join in, yeah. If Discord works for you, Liz, we'll pull you in there. But let me know when you get beyond the white screen of death over there.
Oh, well let's just like do one with her. Hold on. We can do that instead.
Yeah, I think her headphones still need to charge. That's weird though, because you've been charging them for like a zillion days.
I checked her Flexi, it says it should be charging.
Yeah, I don't think it's charged. I think something else is going on with her headphones, but I don't know what.
Maybe it was unplugged. I just Discord isn't working for me there, so.
You just need to like restart the whole situation over there.
I'm scared of the dark.
The tech ghosts are not favoring you. Did you forget to put your sacrifices on the altar? Again, you forgot the sacrifices. But anyways, you said you were talking about when you were developing comics, and because it segued from me being like, oh yeah, one time they tried to buy my thing, and I was like, what are you gonna do with it? And then they ghosted, and I was like, good, be gone. And then that brought you into when you were working on comic stuff. Hazen? Hello? Oh. I'm sorry. He changed calls over here.
Yeah, change to where there's a room with me, you, and Liz. So
There we
if
go.
she wants to try and come in.
Yeah, if she does
She
get
can
stuff
do that
working,
now.
she can.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So if she gets it working.
I was talking into the void, putting the conversation back on track. Like, so you were talking about when you were making comics, and then there was no response. I was like, when you were making comics, Hazen, you were talking about that, and there's no response. And yeah, it's pretty much David talking to an empty chair. I was going Clint Eastwood over here.
Yeah, we were looking. We the guy, like, everything around his booth was awful. Like, and he was like, I would like to sign you onto my comic publisher. And we were like, okay, well, like, what do we, can you show us contract? And the contract, it was so obvious that he was just looking for like retards to just like sign the first thing that was offered to them.
Yeah.
And we had offers from like other like bigger publishers and stuff already, so we were like, let's look and see what this guy can. Maybe going with someone smaller will be better, because like, we can retain more of our rights and stuff. He wanted 100%. He wanted everything like a big company would want.
Yeah.
And I like called him and I was like, look, I'm looking at this contract and I'm wondering why we have offers from like this other place. Why should we go with you? Because you're asking for the same things these other big companies are asking for, and you're offering less. And he had no interest in talking to me after that.
Because you weren't supposed to think that hard about what you were signing.
Yeah. It was so obvious that that's exactly what was going on. He was just looking for whoever. I don't even know if he intended to do anything for us or not. He was just, he might have just been like some compulsive like collector. Like, I want every IP, like Pokemon cards.
Yeah, some people really like to do the IP farming.
People like to IP freely. If you know what I mean. It was on fire in this.
Underwear. It's a bonfire.
But it's got like a body.
Well, it's sort of like a symbolic representation of his desires and hopes and dreams going up in flames. I don't think it's a huge spoiler, but Whip was we even set this up in previous arcs. He's kind of been stashing female underwear in a bin because he wanted to, and they found it and got him in trouble, and now it is being burned before his very eyes.
Oh, it's being burned.
Yeah, his underwear
But
collection.
is it being burned like an F? Why are they burning their underwear? Don't they want it back?
No, it's not their underwear. Well, it's as far as they know, none of it is theirs. It's just like lingerie he's been stealing from like the local department store and possibly other places.
What the fuck? This guy's a freak.
Yeah.
He needs his ass kicked.
Uncontrollable little id. He does need to be bullied a little bit. That's what Mace needs to. Mace needs to step up and push him around just enough.
Give him a little kick in the ass.
Yeah.
That goes on that theory I told you about that I had about what Mace's power possibly is. That feeds into that more.
Yeah.
To me.
Well,
Was it the whip is like a little uncontrollable id monster.
Well, I can neither confirm nor deny. That's what I say.
And I don't know if he's like the old sensei in Ranma 1.5. Yeah.
Or like Master Roshi.
Just young.
Just pointlessly.
Yeah. Oh
Pointlessly
no,
horny
the
at all
guy in
times.
Ranma 1.5 is way worse than Master Roshi.
Oh, I never saw Ranma 1.5. I might have to.
I can't believe they brought him back in all his mighty glory for the remake, like the relaunch of Ranma 1.5. Which, again, I know people will crucify me over this, but I actually like all the remakes of the Rumiko Takahashi stuff more than the originals. I think they're better. I think they cut out a lot of filler and they're paced better. I honestly am looking forward to. I hope they do an Inuyasha remake, because Inuyasha had potential to be something really great, and it just turned into a video game that you can't play.
It always seemed to me like weird, just the idea that animation would have filler episodes. It's like it's so expensive to produce. Why wouldn't they just like keep it tight and concise and like spend less to have the series be better?
Well, it wasn't expensive to produce those. They if you go back and watch a couple episodes of Inuyasha and you tell me how expensive you really think it was to produce those.
$10. Well, at this point, we'd have to be like, well, back in $1997, it was because inflation has been so crazy the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
I always wonder whenever I see like, oh, it's a record box office. It's like, is that just something that they want to yell really loud, like for the publicity, or are these numbers like legitimately adjusted for inflation? Because if they're not adjusted for inflation, then guess what? Every year it's going to be a record box office. Like, a loaf of bread costs $37 trillion. Oh, and this latest movie had a record box office. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Zootopia 2 actually, like, it was one of the few movies I saw like actually come out here.
Yeah.
When it, like, I think the same day it came out everywhere else.
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't know if that had something to do with it or not, but I've since heard that it's like one of the biggest grossing films in China.
I wonder if that would help them, if they just were like, we really want to say record box office, guys. We really need to say that phrase. So we're going to release it everywhere and on several foreign planets at the same time. And we need to pool those numbers so that we can use a tagline, record box office.
The only time I have a really big problem with that is when 90% of that box office comes from China, like the Michael Bay Transformers movies. They talk about how like, oh, dude, whoa, these are record-breaking movies, dude. Oh my god! And then like you look at like, okay, where is their record-breaking money happening? Oh, in China, nowhere else. They love, over here. Oh my god, they love like shitty, like 2008 like fucking CG looking type stuff. They go crazy. Like they don't want it to be better or worse than that. That's what they want.
It's a unique vintage. Do I see some circa 2008 computer effects? Magnificent.
Yeah, they love that shit. That's why the Transformers movies are supposedly so huge. I've never actually looked it up. I don't know like how much money they make here, but like they apparently do better here than they do anywhere else.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. I haven't seen a single one of the Transformers movies. I don't really feel like I'm missing out. Maybe I am, but
They're not. Yeah, they're not. Like you're not really missing anything.
I don't have like a hate boner for 'em or anything. I just don't really feel like I need to see some Transformers movies.
Oh yeah, I can see these, but like I don't know. I would say maybe pick like 4 of these and make like a little mood board out of that. That might serve you better if you're hoping to get people to like look at what the stuff that you're making. This kind of thing is great to upload all these individually to like the Civet AI gallery, but I don't know, people get like decision fatigue when there's like fucking 50 pictures. That's one of the reasons we have like the flood rules and stuff. I'm not saying it's bad that you did this. I'm just trying to give you a little pointer from the perspective of someone whose job it is to make people look at things. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. Yeah, I thought Whip was like in jail and he was like hallucinating like a fire atronarch with like fucking lingerie on or something.
No fire.
And there's the
Atronarchs today.
the Oblivion pussy hole.
The what?
The Oblivion pussy hole. The fire atronarch. It's like this joke that all these people wanted to fuck the fire atronarch enemy from Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls game.
Was it like a sexy fire elemental or something?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a little petite woman with like burning, flaming hair and stuff. Like she was all just completely like a flame with like, she's like armor that's got like a flame inside it that sort of like roughly takes the shape of like a small petite woman.
Yeah. Okay.
And so like a lot that was kind of that was back when like if you wanted porn you were going to like DeviantArt or something. We all know like what is on there, nothing good. So like people saw stuff like that and they were just like, oh my god. People were writing out these fucking things on forums about like how they would pull it off. It's like technically if you stack fire protection potions you could do it and not be engulfed in flames.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
It had teeth on the pussy and it cut my little pinkus.
Song that Johnny
Yeah,
Cash was
people-
born for. He didn't even realize that he was singing about Elder Scrolls.
Do you know he actually wrote like science fiction stuff?
I did not know that.
He did. He wrote a story called The Holographic Dancer.
Oh, cool.
It's about like a pilot who I think it's like a futuristic thing where like planes go into space and stuff, and he's like, in the story the pilot guy like falls in love with this holographic dancer woman who's like not real.
Yeah.
So he I think he didn't really like put it out very much because he was like, well, I'm not a writer, I'm a song performer.
You hear me?
Nobody would really want to read something I
Liz.
wrote. Oh my god.
All right,
is
I
Liz
got
back?
it.
What was wrong? He's gone.
She's gone again?
Hold on.
She's dead.
Can you hear us, honey?
I can hear you, but I've got a couple issues here. There's a long delay.
I feel like I'm
What
conducting a
was wrong with
seance.
the headphones?
And the problem is that the Bluetooth wasn't hooking up, so there was a button problem.
Oh, it wasn't a blinking light. It was just red, solid.
No, it's a blinking red and blue. So I used Perplexity to look up what the problem was.
Oh, okay. So if you would have told me you said it was a red light. If you would have said it was blinking red and blue, I would have immediately known what was going on.
I would not have known what was going on.
I would have known, and I could have fixed this 2 weeks ago if I knew that.
2 weeks ago, we would have been in paradise.
Are you having like a
Now it's
big
got-
delay in the audio now?
Like a big double echo thing, so I have to deal with that now.
Well, that's just because we're in the same room. Yeah, the echo is because I'm getting picked up on.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because I have the streams going on here, so I hear everything.
I also made some Judy DK crossover. I'm images. It cut it off in like a weird. Why does it wrap the words that way on? Yeah, it's doing that for everybody. I never noticed that. That's really weird. You see
What's the
how in
problem?
the chat it's like word wrapping where it actually puts like the dash.
Yeah, it like has a dash and then continues the word down below it. Isn't that normal?
Yeah, that's odd. Picardo, fix your shit. It shouldn't do that. That's really bizarre. Just make it put the word down lower. Only 5, not 100 whenever they're here. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make 100 images, make 100 images. But if you're like, hey, I made this thing and I want you to see what it can do, pick your top 4 maximum. Because people are going to look at whatever this is for like a second anyway, and they're not going to see all that shit. So you might as well put something in front of them they can see all of.
I have to tell you guys if you can still. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, loud and
I
clear.
can hear you.
Okay, great, because I can never tell. Kick is really annoying. I had to ban so many like robot things coming in here. It's very annoying.
It's full of
You
robots.
should like message the administration of Kick about it. Like, I mean, they probably know, but they might not, because a lot of people see stuff like that and assume they know, and then they won't know.
I guess no. And the annoying thing is, I'm on a laptop in dark mode, and on my other computer, there's a button. It says ban, and then there's a button you click, like a little switch, and it bans the thing, and that's fine. On my laptop, the button doesn't show up in dark mode, so I couldn't figure out how to ban them. So I was just like deleting comments. They kept coming in.
Sounds like the world's worst video game. It's like moderate
I
the
know.
kick chat.
Yeah, it is. It's really shitty.
It's like Space Invaders, but there's no end to it.
You suck, Kick.
There's no end to Space Invaders. I don't think you can beat that game.
What, really? I've never played it, so I guess maybe I won by not playing.
I think it's an arcade game. Yeah, I think it just goes on forever and ever, and things get gradually faster and more intense till you just lose.
Yeah, but the idea is do they tell kids like, hey kids, just a few more quarters and next time I'm sure you'll beat it? Because that's nefarious if they have an unbeatable game and they're like, oh, I just have to try a little harder and spend a little more.
I don't know. I don't think that there's ever any indication that there is an end to it. It's just assumed that because it's all like those old arcade games are all about like a high score.
That's true.
So it's just about like getting farther than everyone else.
I just think it's amusing the concept of an arcade like tricking children into like being deprived of their resources of quarters. Parents like, Jimmy, how did you spend
Pretty awful.
all this money? We're gonna have to sell the house. How did you spend so much money in quarters? Well, no, I almost beat it. I swear, I would have had a high score. It's too late. Another case of homelessness via Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Based invaders. Based invaders.
Based Invaders.
Based invaders.
It's a whole like race of Alex Jones.
You could have it be the exact same game. There's just different sound effects, like little Alex Jones clips, like the frogs, as he comes down. And
Frogs.
instead of pellets, you're firing like little lawsuit papers at him to blow him up.
Well, wait. Is it red pill or black pill? I forget which pill it is. Maybe you're firing those.
There's so many
Oh
pills
no,
now.
yeah, you have to fire blue pills at them. You have to blue pill the Alex Jones race.
Although maybe if you black pill him, could you make him like slow down and stop, but then you blue pill him to destroy him or something?
Yeah, the black pills are the bombs.
They sound like power-ups.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's the best way. That'd be the best application for them, yeah.
Has like every color been spoken for when it comes to the pilling phenomenon?
I mean,
think so.
colors and also things that aren't colors. I have a friend that works at Chuck E. Cheese, and he was talking about some guy came in and he was like, is it really his name is Charles Entertainment Cheese? And his wife was like, he's been talking about this all day. And like their kid
Yeah.
just wanted to play like arcade games and stuff. And then the guy's like, I think that the name officially is Charles Entertainment Cheese, but I've never actually seen any like documentation of that. And the guy said, well, I'm Charles pilled.
Charles Build, fantastic.
I just love how the wife is like, he's been talking about this all day. We need evidence of proof. He came in here just asking questions.
She's like trying to blink in Morse
know
code,
that
like
wife.
call 911. He's talking about
you know that
Charles.
wife was so ready. She was so ready for him to get like any kind of definite answer, so he would shut the fuck up about Charles Entertainment Cheese.
This is real name,
This is
Charles
gay.
Entertainment Cheese.
And the thing is, he couldn't just Google that. He had to go to the Chuck E. Cheese and ask the like minimum wage cashier.
I'm just
For
imagining
evidence.
some
Yeah.
random like middle-aged man in Chuck E. Cheese. It's a quiet day. There's no one doing anything anywhere. All of a sudden, like, door gets kicked in. Some middle-aged, like balding 40-some-year-old guy's like, "Who's here? I need to know." Runs up to the counter. Like, is his name really? And you know, like animated too fast, like one of those scenes.
He's smiling for instance.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Hazen, I appreciate that you know how Bluetooth works, but I really don't. So even if like we
Well,
knew that the
why
flashing
wouldn't
was
I-
Bluetooth, I don't know what the buttons are on this thing, and there are 2 buttons, but you have to do a secret
That's-
button switch to get it to
I mean-
like recognize.
Liz is trauma dumping.
All that is fine. All that is fine. But what I'm confused about is I said, what is the headset doing? And you and David both told me it just has a red light. And that's why I said it probably needs to charge. But you're now telling me that you saw a blinking blue and red light, which is very different and means a different thing. So what I'm saying is, you don't need to know anything about Bluetooth. If you just tell me what you're seeing, I probably already know what's wrong.
Well, it depends on whether or not it's on or off.
If it's off, it won't show the light. But if you turn it on and it's unpaired to something, it'll blink a blue and red light. Most Bluetooth devices will do that, and you need to pair it to like a host device. It got unpaired from your computer somehow.
Yep.
I think Liz just needs positive reinforcement. Liz, you're here, you made it, and you're a hero. We're not going to talk about how you gave us the false information about which color of lights were blinking and how often. You just did great, honey, and that's enough for now. We'll take the next step later. See, Liz, that's how you need to treat me when I do a dish, okay? Don't be like, David, why are the dishes plural not done? Be like, David, you did a dish, and that's great. That's, it's the direction you want to go. You got to reinforce the direction. It's not about the destination every time.
I had this old roommate in where I used to live, and he had he would do that. He would wash only the dishes he used and not wash them well.
I try to keep up on the dishes I use and then do like a few extra ones. And then the key is to do so many dishes that you feel like you're morally superior, and then leave just a few so that the other person gets the message like, hey, someone did their own dishes, but why are the dishes not all done?
And then what you do is you don't check, and then he does it again, and he ends up washing all the dishes.
Yeah, I know, but it's sort of like an ongoing dishes Cold War of like passive aggressive tactics. It's actually kind of fun.
Yep. I'm winning.
It's like
Dishes Cold War.
I'm winning the war.
Well, actually, we're both kind of winning, because if the goal is to like have the dishes be clean and then the dishes get clean, then we're both winners. And we're also amusing ourselves, pretending it's like 5D chess. It's all good.
5D chess.
which is better than
extra
40
layer.
chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of like gimmicky chess modifications out there, but I just I'm having enough trouble with just regular old 2D chess, so I'm sticking with that.
I offered to get him one of those chess boards that's like glass with the pieces. He doesn't want that. He wants to play on the computer.
Yeah, well, there's no one to play with here because you have already forfeited every potential chess game with me.
How did I do that?
Because you said I don't want to play with you, and that means I'm the winner. That means I won. I think.
He made the move that mattered.
Oh, I thought that by not playing, I won.
No, that only applies when I want it to. Like, you know, it's sometimes the only winning move is not to play, but then sometimes you miss every shot you don't take.
That's basketball.
I'm just saying I like to toggle between the different forms of logic to feel like I'm always on top.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, whatever makes you feel better, Dave.
Okay, it works. Works pretty good.
All right,
Dave,
great.
chess master, fucking deep blue over here, deep red.
Deep red.
I like how the glass chess sets work, but I would never play it. So it would just, you know what it would be is it would be like a clutter thing on the table. It would always have to be moved when I need the table.
Is it like a glass? Or I think
Oh, the
wood
nice
might
ones,
be.
yeah. No, not wood. I want the glass with the like frosted crystal pieces.
Well, now we have to have a battle because I think if we were gonna get a chess set, which neither of us want, let's fight over which
Yeah.
one we would get. I think wood would be a little more handsome, personally. There's a little more warmth.
You could get the expensive but really crappy Harry Potter set.
No, I don't want Harry. I don't want that.
Harry Potter said.
Well, like it's
that
like
real?
an army of Rons, an army of expendable Rons, and then like I don't even know who
I think there's Dumbledore.
well, there would be, wouldn't there?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore
dies. Dumbledore dies at the end.
Dumbledore dies.
Well, thanks for spoiling it for everybody, Liz.
That's the funniest spoiler to me, like on Earth.
I know. Oh, hey, E the Outsider's doing cleanup work of one of Dave's sketches from the previous Dreamcord stream. We definitely want to see it.
Oh,
If you
nice.
wanna-
But
yeah, you can post it in here.
Damn it! I forgot. I was supposed to post those to the backers, and I haven't posted those yet. I got to do that tonight.
It's a pretty
Yo,
awesome looking Lord of the
unbelievable.
Rings set. Ooh, he has a pick. Yeah, I think my dad has that Lord of the Rings set, but it's like in a box, and he doesn't play it at all. It's hoarding. He hoards Lord of the Rings things.
It's called collecting.
Yeah, Dave. You know
This
what?
is,
Hey, when he's gone, you're gonna be collecting it too.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Am I officially
go
in
somewhere.
the will as like the guy that gets the Lord of the Rings chest? Is that official? Are you spoiling? Spoiler! You're getting the Lord of the Rings chess set.
I'm just assuming because nobody will want that.
Maybe a lot of people want it, and you're just assuming because it's not your thing.
No one
Okay,
will
well-
want it. It's so weird how correct that is because like it's Lord of the Rings, which is like a really good thing. Everyone likes that, and it's also chess, which is something everyone knows what that is. But yet, when you combine them, there's just a lot of people you'd probably run into who wouldn't take it if you were giving it away.
Yeah.
Even Lord of the Rings fans are like, yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. Cool. Do you want this big hefty chess set of it? That's cool, man. Thanks though.
Okay. I saw a beginning of the pic that you worked on E the Outsider, but it's having trouble loading on my laptop because my laptop is very simple. But I'll have to look at it later.
Oh,
Maybe it'll load a little more.
Maybe I should look at it. Continue. Yes, I know it's leaving Picardo. Oh, that's cute. Let me paste. Where's the button where I can look at the internet? I know I've got it. Browser. Properties.
Good job, Dave.
Make it look at.
Colors
This
look good.
one.
It's loading really slow for me. I got like the head of the characters now. So.
Yeah. Nice. That came out really good.
I didn't see the original, so I don't think the original was colored. So
The prompt
it's really
was
good. It's okay.
Mace and Bast in a Getting Along shirt, and I was like, oh, they're in the Getting Along shirt. All right, and so there they are.
It's cute.
I think I saw something on DeviantArt like this once.
Yeah, mine's still loading. I give up.
Maybe that's what they were referencing with the Getting Along shirt. Like, maybe that's like a thing. Are you Getting Along shirt pilled?
So,
I am.
Dave, have you guys seen the Lord of the Rings chess set at all? Do you know what this is?
I think I saw it once. Doesn't it have like cool little like chambers and like openings along the bottom and secret passageways and stuff? Or am I just
it's not.
fantasizing?
No, it's not little. It is a brick of a chessboard, and the appeal is that you can put all the chess pieces in the box.
Oh, good. I was worried about that actually, so that comforts me.
Yeah, they say it's gaining value by remaining in mint condition until it's worth selling. No, I think he opened it to look at it. So no, it's not in mint condition. He looked at it.
It can still be in, like, if you haven't touched it and you close the box again, like, who's gonna complain about that? Nobody. That's
Mint in the box.
Great. Great. I'm just gonna go on eBay and see what they're running at, because you're totally gonna get stuck with that.
Well, I mean, I don't have a chess set, so that'd probably be fine by me. I'm not like, I'm too good for this chess set. I think I'd probably play it.
It's massive.
That makes me feel even more important as I play it.
It does look better than the Harry Potter one.
Because the opponent has to run around, like, and get to the other side of the board when they want to move their pieces, and so it gives me an advantage.
Ooh, there's a pewter one. I'm not sure which one they have. There's a couple different chess versions.
Do they have a Family
The
Guy
opponent
chess
being
set?
you.
I bet they don't have a Family Guy chess set, but that would be funny.
I bet they do have a Family Guy chess set.
If they do, the pawns have to be Megs. Like, they have to be. That has to be mandatory.
All Megs.
Yeah.
What would the pawns be in a Family Guy chess set?
Megs.
Please?
She's the one that always gets
Maybe
dumped
Meg.
on. She's the expendable one. Okay,
Yeah, but I feel like they wouldn't make her a pawn. Real. I mean, that would make sense, but I feel like they wouldn't do that. I wonder. It would have to be something there would be like a bunch of. What is there like? Is there some kind of thing that's there's just like a bunch of identical things of it in Family Guy?
Brian, I still say I think they do a bunch of Stewie or something.
I get Bishop vibes from Stewie. Definite Bishop vibes.
Oh, you know what? I gotta know.
He's a
Look.
diagonal kind of guy. I just. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Delete mask. Delete mask.
Vintage. Oh, for goodness sakes. You know, maybe they don't. I did Family Guy chess set. I'm not seeing anything.
Guys, I just got a great idea for a
Surprising.
new crowdfunding campaign.
Well, you know, if you don't get the
I
license,
love
you have to call it
Family Guy.
something. You call it something different. Family Dude chess set.
And
Dave.
I love playing chess with all my friends who also love Family Guy and play chess.
Cause I'm a community fella.
I had this great idea to make Family Guy chess. I don't know why this is George Lucas making this.
You know, if you want something terrible, there's the try chess board, in which it's 3 people playing. It's a real game. A chess board where it's 3 people on a board.
Yeah. See, that's
Yeah,
what
is that not your thing?
That's what I mean when I say, like, I don't know, it's kind of like if I'm actually playing chess, I want to kind of just play chess. I don't want to play like chess, except for one of the pawns turns into a brick and then infects the surrounding 4 squares, and no one can go. It's, I don't know. It's, meh.
You're ruining the elegance, aren't you?
The whole idea of chess is that it's simple. Yeah, like what the pieces can do is simple and doesn't change.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying people can't have fun with chess variations if that's their hobby, but only as a hobby. If they do it as anything aside from of a hobby, that at that point I will attack. I'll go into attack
hobby.
mode.
We can call them nerds. Laugh at them.
Yeah,
Call
I'll
them
have
I'll
to.
do that anyway.
I'll have to aggressively bully them and just do something. Just do something to make people stop having fun in a way that I don't approve. It's important.
That's good.
Stop having fun.
I don't like that, and neither can you.
Oh, look, somebody else to ban on Kick. Oh, good. I was getting so bored. Shit. I've banned like
Yeah, we should
10
we should
people now.
probably reach out to Kick and let them know like what our experience has been like on Kick so far.
Stupid.
That sucks.
Have you thought that maybe
Has there
there?
been anyone real watching on Kick at all?
It says 3, and I'm sure one of them's mine.
If
When I
there's
was posting
anyone,
this garbage.
if you're real on Kick, say something in the Kick chat to Liz. Be like, "I'm sorry, you have to deal with my peers." Say that in chat if you're real on Kick, so Liz knows that one of you is real. Say, "I'm sorry for my robot
Well,
brethren."
gosh, bagosh.
Osh gosh, begosh.
Gosh, gosh, my gosh.
I have the weirdest connotation with that now because of our Christmas medley.
Hell yeah. It's almost that time of year.
It is almost that time of year. We got I think we've told you this, Hayes, and we've got like a bunch of old Christmas specials from our childhood, and possibly the best part is it includes the commercials from our childhood.
From 1980s.
Yeah, the 1980s
They have
commercials.
Osh gosh bagosh commercials.
Osh gosh, yeah, they do. So now I hear that and I associate that with Christmas.
Well, that's probably
It
when
was
most
fu-
people would be getting those. So
Specifically the Muppet Christmas Carol from 1989.
Bring out the holy.
Okay. All right. Epic Guy 1 says they found a Family Guy chess set on Reddit.
Oh,
which
no
I'm
kidding.
not sure is real. Let's look at that one.
Family Guy chess set on Reddit.
but is it
If somebody
real?
made this out of Sculpey, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Why? That'd be kind of impressive, right? It's like a handcrafted Family Guy chess set.
Dave, can you look at this link? This link is not loading for me.
It's
Is it
not loading for me either.
is it in Picardo?
Yeah.
We're all gonna get fished at the same time. Continue. It's not loading for me either.
No. Oh,
Huh.
no, there we go.
Oh, it just takes.
Oh,
us
that's
to
a
the list.
Family Guy American Dad chess set.
Oh, American Dad. Who
see.
invited him to
Whatever
the
it
party?
is.
Oh, no, this pic isn't loading for me, so obviously they have my password now.
Womp womp.
I don't know.
I just
Maybe
don't
it's
care.
not safe for work. Maybe
That's
they're all
right.
naked.
Nah.
You live by the sword, you die
Oh,
by
well.
the sword. Sometimes that's how it goes.
Well, now I can definitely imagine it, so it's fine. All right, Mammo has made a Judy and V bunnies together, bunnies forever.
Oh, I gotta check this out.
Judy and V. Oh yeah, V is kind of a bunny girl in a little bit.
Continue, Picardo, yeah.
Now I got a link.
my OC.
Oh, this is great. I gotta show this. Check out what Mammo
Yeah, you
made.
gotta show us. Oh, what did you do?
What? What?
What did Mammo? What?
There's
What
like
did Mammo
a
make?
super buff chin on V.
Yeah. What? Why? What?
And then
I don't understand what's happening in this.
Maybe she's one of those Chads or whatever.
But like, why is there that and then like her Judy with the blindfold being questioned?
maybe
V
V is
saying all
maybe
this.
V is saying like, I think my chin is huge, and you better not look at my huge chin. And then Judy is like, what?
Yeah. What is that? Like, Mammo, this requires some explanation. I think. What is the intended message here?
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
There are a lot of question marks.
Say
And
hello.
now we have
I
a lot.
see the male gender symbol, but why would, why, like, why?
Oh,
why is
okay.
There that and then Judy with a blindfold and a question mark on.
Well,
Oh,
V
she's
got
asking if
misgendered
she's
again.
Blind.
V got misgendered again.
Don't misgender V.
Either way, new desktop acquired.
It doesn't even look like she's said anything to her yet. She just assumed she was going to do that hardcore. Did she get like mistaken for a guy a lot in the comic or something?
It was in Prelude. You have not read Prelude.
Like, not all the time, but maybe once or twice.
Judy thought V was a Robert. She's asking if she was blind. I did put that part together. I don't know. I guess this would have been a lot more easy to understand if you saw Judy asking, you know, if she, like, if the first bubble with V with the chin, which is really funny, and the male symbol, if Judy was like asking that first and then V was asking if she was blind.
I don't know.
As it is, it looks like Judy just walked up to do some cop stuff and she was like, "What do you mean you think I'm a huge chin Giga Chad? Are you blind?"
She's gonna kill her with a hammer. I'd like to
And
see.
yeah,
That is
Also-
actually, like, you don't want to surprise a police officer with, like, an implement like that. I know a hammer's not a gun, but, you know,
"Excuse me, officer." Yeah. Judy as a tower guard is really cute. These look really good. They're really well done.
oh, nice, there's more of them. Let me click button.
Quite a lot of them. He's arresting Sword of Bast. Not clear why.
Yeah, oh, this is cute. This is really cute.
For being too sad. Too much of a sad little creepoid.
He's being too much of a downer. Wow, it's actually doing a pretty good job on the tower armor stuff.
Yeah, the tower guard thing looks good. It really does. So Judy thought she was a man. That seems a little out of character for Judy as well, to assume that, since she also is a girl who is, like, you know, doing like a job they wouldn't expect like a little bunny girl to do. But it's just like a little image. It's not very.
Don't question
I'm
the
just saying, if
fan
Judy
fiction.
was asking if she was a man first, it'd make a lot more sense.
Don't ruin the dream. Just let him do what he wants.
I'm keeping the dream.
Are you saving? You're making the
Dream
Mammal Makes You
Savers.
Art folder? Dream Savers?
Liz, someone
yeah, that's
has
my
to
comic. I'm gonna start a comic called Dream Savers.
someone has to police
Fuck
people's
you.
fan fictions and hobbies. Someone has to be the hobby police.
They save people from their own dreams. And they do come to the real world, and they do meet their person that they're the dream saver of, because that's better.
No.
Yeah, you should definitely work on that for 10 years and then reboot it and start over. That would be great.
Typically,
It's a
that's
rage.
In my comic, Dream Savers, everyone gets to meet their dream keeper, and sometimes their dream saver, and their dream
Yeah.
saver sometimes is a really hot babe. That's exactly what I like, and
if you do that.
sometimes they smooch and pork,
If you do that, you're gonna get sued by lifesavers. Too close.
because that's a better story, I think.
And then
Dave
do they
Liz
get
never
married?
Did that in their story, Dream Keepers, which is unrelated to Dream Savers.
And then they get married.
It's funny. Every so often, we'll actually get someone like on like DeviantArt DMs. I think I saw this at one point.
Oh.
There'll be someone that'll just like out of
DMs.
nowhere. Yeah, it does. I barely check them, but I
I
remember.
don't look on there either.
I remember this at one point, and I just thought it was like kind of not trying to be like really demeaning, but it was kind of cute. Someone came out of left field and they're like, "Oh, I am doing a video game project called Dream Keepers, and because I'm doing that, you need to change the name of what you are doing." And it's like, you know, there's some art that doesn't really indicate that they've been doing anything professionally ever for any length of time, and there's no finished game, there's no nothing, and it's like, we've kind of been using this name for, you know,
20 years?
15, 20 years. So just so that it's easier for people to look you up, you might want to choose a different name just for convenience. But it's funny, every now and then someone will
And then
come
you
out of the
might wanna
woodworks and be
cancel
like,
your internet.
"You cannot be Dreamkeepers because I'm going to make something that will be called Dreamkeepers." And it was like, okay, that's it's not really how it works,
That's
but
cute.
yeah, but
That's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
I banned another one on Kick. I'm really good at this.
Excuse me, Jeff Bezos. I am starting a new company called Amazon, and you must change the name of Amazon.
do you think he would respond
Okay.
well to that? Do you think he would be like, "Shit, I knew it was only a matter of time. Now someone else is also Amazon. Got to change my name."
Yeah. That. Jesus Christ. Yeah, funny is a great way to put that.
It's
Only
always
on
DeviantArt too. It's always DeviantArt.
I was on, yeah, I got on DeviantArt for like a little bit because I was gonna make like I think it was right around the time Internet Aristocrat was like making his fucking like things, and I was like fucking 14 or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna make some funny videos about stupid shit on DeviantArt. And, like,
You're going to be
I,
very
like,
busy.
I like bookmarked all the stuff I wanted to like download later and like make a video out of it, and like I didn't realize it like marked it all as like your favorites. So now there's just like a stupid profile out there that's just sitting in it. Like when I actually saw it, I was like, oh my god, it looks like that's all the stuff that you wanted to see because you marked it as favorites.
And that's what you get. You're
Yeah,
the idiot.
And then I just didn't feel like making any video anymore about it, so I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck this.
No, Mom, it's a virus. No, I swear.
Mom, there was a virus, and then my pants fell down.
I really hope the mom put that video on there. Was that like the game chat? It
Who
just
else
went
would
live.
have uploaded it?
Well,
Yeah.
it was live, I think.
I was a mom. I totally would have
Why is
posted
like
that.
a 12-year-old going live on anything?
Bad parenting? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
I have a 12-year-old. Time to leave them alone with the internet for extended periods of time. Going live.
Hi, stream. Hi, JJ. Turburger.
I don't know what Turburger is, and I'm kind of happy about that.
Friends in the Discord chat. Oh man, I got another one to ban. I'm so good at this now that I found the invisible button in Kick.
I'm really glad that you're on the call now, because I wasn't hearing about this before, and I feel like I missed out a lot.
It's your fault for streaming on
It's
here.
my fault. What is it my fault? It's not my fault.
Your chat.
It's never my fault.
Oh, good answer, Dave. I can't argue with that. It's too insane. Nice.
See, that's
I guess you're right.
that's the strategy I've learned in chess. Is if you're losing in chess, try to get the other person on audio and be like, and just hope that they blunder.
You just scare the shit out of them in voice, and like, oh god.
Pro tip: they can't win an argument when they don't know what you're saying.
I'm resigning. You win.
Just intimidate them
What chess is
into.
really about. It's about the metagame.
Yeah, it's all about the psychology. You want to intimidate them into resigning because they're like, you know what? If I win against this person, I don't know how unhinged they might be, and I don't want to take the risk that they just track me down for the rest of their natural life. So the safe option is just to let this person win, and that's where most of my wins come from, I think. It's convincing people that I'm just deranged enough that they don't want to ever interact with me again in any capacity.
ePublic, was that the thing that got like, it was like preemptively going around and like removing content that was like, oh, this looks kind of like a Nintendo thing.
Yeah, that was TeePublic. They're like, well, this has a D and a K in it, and we know Nintendo has Donkey Kong, so you can't sell a shirt with your own logo on it no more. And I was like, really?
Yeah, you know, Nintendo
Okay,
selling
that's-
all that Donkey Kong merch
Yeah.
on TeePublic.
On TeePublic. Oh, another one.
If it was actually Nintendo, like coming after us, I would have, you know,
You'd be proud.
I would have been like, time to fight this, but there was nothing to fight.
No.
It's like, well, it's their website. If they don't want to have that on there, then, you know, whatever. Lame. I will sell shirts somewhere else or not at all.
If you face someone even more deranged, you mean at chess?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You
Then I'll
lose.
Then I'll be in trouble. Then I would lose because I'd be scared of inviting chaos into my life.
You're not able to send each other voice messages when you play chess, do you, Dave?
No,
Are you?
not really. I'm just joking around.
No. Oh, no.
I wish you could.
It'd be so funny. It'd be so many slurs. It'd be
That's-
so funny.
Yeah, that's when people start getting banned from chess.com. Is as soon as they're like able to send slurs back and forth in voice chat.
Intimidation tactics.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Come on, chess.com. I was just using intimidation tactics. It's like, no, this ban will not be appealed.
No, it's fine. I'm allowed to say that word.
Yeah, but then they have to verify if you are one, and that process can take a long time.
I know.
Well, we have to verify whether you are whatever it is that you just happen to say. So, you know, we're gonna need to see your 23andMe.
Scan your driver's license and chest to get unbanned. Yeah, I'm sure.
The art of the bluff comes into play.
You bluff in chess? I don't think you can.
Actually, there one chess game that I thought was kind of like a novel idea. Have you heard of chess boxing?
Chess boxing.
Yeah, it's a competitive event. I don't even know how much it's played anymore, but I would actually watch this because I like to watch at least the old Daniel Naroditsky chess Let's Plays. I really thought those were fun. And with chess boxing, what happens is someone goes into the boxing ring, they box each other, and then in between each round, they also start playing like timed chess. And you win if you knock the other person out, or if you checkmate them. So you're alternating between like playing this chess game against the person and boxing them.
But the thing is, don't you have to get the gloves on and off in between to like punch and then touch the pieces?
Yeah, I think you would, but that's just part of the process, I suppose.
It takes time.
I thought this was something totally different. I thought this was like, if you take a piece, you get to punch someone in the head as hard as you can, and then like
That's
they,
cool.
whoever's standing last loses.
No, it's just
or
like
wins.
a combo of literally just like alternating between boxing and chess. So it's like if you're really, really good and you've been just like min-maxing your character to be really good at chess, you might get the shit beat out of you. But if all you do is like min-max to be good at boxing, then you might get a scholar's mate right in your face as soon as you get to the chessboard.
Yeah, but if they punch you too many times, you're gonna have brain damage, not be able to play chess well.
Yeah, that's where all sports get exciting when brain damage begins. When brain damage is on the table, that's when it starts to get good.
It's like it's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. They're saying there would be a lot of swearing in Russian on chess.com if we could get audio.
There probably would be. Makes me miss Daniel Naroditsky, though. Did you hear about that at all?
I don't know what that is, if you're asking me.
No, it's Dave's favorite chess streamer.
Yeah, well, he was my favorite YouTuber, period. I would always watch his Let's Plays because I thought they were really informative. He had like a fantastic personality, really cool. 29 years old, and then just gone. Something happened October 19th. They still have not released all the details.
What do you mean? Like he just quit uploading, or like do
No.
you know something happened?
Wait.
Like
No,
Died.
he's dead.
he died. Like they know he's dead, but they won't say like why he died.
Yeah, I think they're still waiting on the coroner's report to come back.
He Russian?
No, I think he's American Jewish, Daniel Naroditsky, but he he trained with like a bunch of Russian guys. He was so young though. It's just like a little disorienting when someone like younger than you like gets taken out in some unexpected way. And he was.
Well, they're
I
kind
wonder
of
what
thinking it was
happened.
an
Yeah.
they're thinking it was an unintentional drug overdose.
Well, I mean, they
Based on
don't
the last reading.
they don't really know what it was. But he was getting under a lot of pressure over the last year and a half because actually his mentor, Viktor Kramnik, an ex-world champion, for some reason over the last year and a half, Viktor Kramnik has been going on these crusades, apparently just accusing everybody of cheating. Oh, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating, because, you know, people these days in chess, some of them, they grow up on blitz chess. They're just insanely fast. Their reflexes are crazy. And so some of these older guys, you know, maybe they just can't keep up. It's sometimes that's how it works. But Viktor Kramnik apparently does not think that's an explanation. So everybody's a cheater, and he's going to bring them all to task. And he just really went hard in the paint against
How do you
Daniel.
cheat at chess?
Well, you just have a chess engine open on the side when you're playing online, and then you just copy the engine moves.
Oh, like not even in like a tournament, just like on online shit.
Yeah, like online stuff. And then if you're in a tournament, I suppose you could have like some method for a person to send you a signal, like a communication. If, you know, there's a person that's like off site and if they put like a little, I don't know, something that'll like buzz you on your foot. I imagine it would be pretty easy to get a code, because all you need is like really like the grid, like, you know, A through H, 1 through 8, and that's all you need to know. Like, especially if you're a grandmaster already, like if you get the right square, it probably isn't going to be a genius to move to then figure out, well, which piece is going to be best on that square. Excuse me. So I don't know, there's like, and especially online, it's not like cheating is a non-issue. There's a lot of people that cheat, and chess.com tries to handle that. And I don't even know anything about this personally. I just thought Daniel's streams were really interesting, really informative. He had he was passionate about just like sharing the game with everybody, no matter what level they were at. Really friendly, really gracious, really personable. He just had such a great personality. So I didn't even know that there was any kind of accusations flying around until when I saw that he was dead. I was like, what happened? And then people were talking about how, he was pushed into something by this guy. And we could all see that his mental health was unraveling in like the last few months. And it's like, what? I couldn't see that, but you know, I guess he was.
It sounded like bullying, really.
He might not be putting that on display on his channel either. Like,
yeah, I think.
I'm reading about it a little bit, and it says that Vladimir Kramnik guy was the guy who like he publicly accused him of cheating.
Yeah.
And it apparently caused him a whole lot of distress.
Yeah. Bullying, basically.
And then
Well,
later he was just found dead.
I feel like there's especially a lot of emotional impact from it because Kramnik was someone that Daniel looked like from a child. He looked up to him. Like there's this heartbreaking photograph of Daniel as like I don't know if he was like maybe 9 years old, and Kramnik was like, you know, standing over him and showing him like the chessboard. And so this guy actually helped tutor Daniel, and I think that it was like Daniel really looked up to him. At one point, there was a clip of him saying, "Oh yeah, my favorite guy in this tournament is Kramnik. Like he's my hero," something like that. So to have your mentor that you're trying to like live up to their lessons and all this stuff, then turn around years later after one loss and declare, "Oh, you're cheating," and like again, I'm not like a chess expert, but just based off of the personality, based off of the vibe that Daniel gives off, if there's one person that I would like bet my life on that they're not a cheater, it would be him.
I mean, this Kramnik or whoever he was just going after Daniel for like a year and a half too. It wasn't just one like, "Oh, you cheated." It was like a continuous like harassment.
Yeah, nonstop. And I mean, I think I didn't really look into all the details because it's just an ugly situation. But I think I watched a stream where Daniel was even saying at some point, or an interview where he's like, "Yeah, I mean, like we tried like being as transparent as we could, and we even talked to him, and I thought everything was fine, and we buried the hatchet, and he like understood where I was coming from, but then the attacks just like started right back up again, and I just there's nothing more I can do with this. It's it's like this guy just wants to destroy my life. That's all there is to it."
Mm-hmm. Some people do that.
What happened?
So we still don't know
is
exactly what
strange.
happened, but it's just a tragic, overall tragic situation.
I mean, I'm certainly not accusing anyone of anything, but it sounds a lot to me like, you know, he centered his entire life around this game, and he wanted to share it with everyone, and he was just a really nice guy, and he probably was very careful to make sure that he never did anything that made people like want to bully him or cancel him or whatever.
He's a really
And
nice
so
guy. He's really sweet.
Yeah, so he had like no skin for that. And then
Yeah.
like this, not only did someone say he was cheating, but it was like his hero
Yeah.
said he was cheating for some reason. Like who knows why this guy said that. Publicly as well. Like he couldn't just go to him and be like, "Hey, I know you're cheating. You should stop doing that" or something. But he publicly did it, and it just
Public shaming.
completely changed this thing he based his entire life around. Now he hated doing it because every time he would do anything with it publicly, there would just be like this slew of people that would come in and just be like, "Oh, we know that you're cheating. You're a cheater, Daniel," and stuff. And so like,
He even said too,
yeah,
like,
I could see that
one of his
driving
last
him
streams,
to-
he was even like, yeah, you know, like sometimes I get so into it, but then I'm doing these blitz matches, but if I start to do good, then it's just like, oh shit, now people are gonna fucking think I'm cheating. So I could see it just being like a psychological torture if you're just trying to play this game, and then if you actually do well, you know, it's like, oh no, now what are they gonna say because I'm doing well, I'm in the zone tonight. Uh-oh. You know, it's just terrible.
yeah, he had no skin for like
No.
shrugging shit
He
like that
he had
off and not
never
worrying
like
about
he had
it.
never had this before. This like endless harassment on the internet, and then he just didn't know how to handle it.
The thing, I think one of his interviews too, like, this is part that I could kind of relate to a little bit, is because, you know, we've had our share of lots of things in our past, and we kind of got a tough skin at this point, which is nice. But one of the things that I could relate to was him, like, because I could tell from what he was saying how he felt, and he was not saying how he felt exactly. What he was saying was stuff like, you know, like, whenever there's been accusations against people I know in the past, I always, if I have trust in them and I know that they're not cheating, I try to like stick up for them and stuff like that. And then he'd go on and say, like, and no one is under any obligation to ever return that favor. Like, no one's under any obligation to stick up for me when I'm being accused. And he didn't elaborate on it, but you could just read between the lines. It's like that a lot of people that he thought knew him and his friends, people in the chess world that would have his back, a lot of people just did not stick up for him at all when the accusations came. And a lot of them might have even joined into like adding suspicion and doubt and clouding things. And like, just from our own experience with like just daffy, silly accusations being thrown at us, like, once I understand the people coming after us and it's like, oh, this is just malice, I understand where this is coming from, I got it. No longer a surprise. Nothing they say from here on out is going to be a surprise. No big deal. But the thing that's always surprising is when there's people that you thought knew you. Like, sometimes it's like, you know, readers, and sometimes it's friends, personal friends, people that, you know, that you've like met in real life. And then those people are like, oh yeah, oh no, I don't know, this guy that's talking about stuff that has never happened and there's no evidence anywhere and it's just totally insane. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. You know, and it's like, what? Really, you don't know? Like, the thing that surprised me was what I would consider normal, sensible people that should know you, basically circling around back and maybe not planting a knife in themselves, but sometimes they do. And you'd think that, like, just observers would know better than to do that. That they would at least be like, oh, these accusations, there's, like, nothing to support them whatsoever. That seems pretty out there, you know. But no, a lot of people... That's the thing that I think probably surprised him the most, was finding out that a lot of his friends were not really his friends.
Yeah, that and just like the thing again, you centered your entire life around, and the hero you have in that thing, like, all just come down around you. Like, that's one of the things that will really push someone to something like that, is if like their identity is like tied up in something like that.
Yeah.
And then that, like, they run into like a situation where like it's no longer a good thing to have their identity tied to that or something like that, and it can screw with people mentally a lot about when something like that happens.
I also find it a little bit like relatable because you know most customers, right, most readers, most people that enjoy our social media feed or whatever, they think, oh yeah, they put some cool cartoon drawings and out, and oh, I guess they make books too. That's pretty cool. And I'm sitting here watching Daniel's YouTube every now and then whenever there's a new speedrun video, and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy plays chess really good. That's what he does for a living, and oh, he makes these cool videos that I like. So you'd think like, how could there possibly be silly drama in the world of chess? It's just a game. It's just a fun game. It's a simple game. There's no way there could be. How could there be ridiculous, like malicious, like backstabbing drama in the world of like cartoons?
Like trying to destroy your career, out to get you, jealousy.
Yeah, it's like you'd think, oh, it's like cartoon books. It's like playing chess, click, click. This is just for fun. This is just like good times. This is just people enjoying things together. But man, no, like anything that has people involved. If there's some people that are bad that are involved, and then it's just gonna have that kind of stuff happen. Like there's no avoiding it. If people are allowed to participate, there's gonna be some bad people in there, and bad people do bad people things.
Yeah, well.
Is this on the?
Seems like Daniel was really good at not like talking about it publicly, but it's kind of seemed like he didn't really have a lot of people to talk to about it, and it was just really wearing on him from behind the scenes.
Yeah, it did kind of seem that way.
It also kind of makes me wonder if he cared about what Kramik was saying, and maybe he kept on checking to see what Kramik was saying, which is a mistake.
Well, when someone, like, just from experience, I think there's a psychological process you go through there, like, where the first thing when a person comes out of left field with, like, insane accusations, it's like, right, the first thing a person thinks is, especially if you've never dealt with, like, narcissistic, pathological personality types before, you just think, oh, how could this person get the wrong idea? Oh my gosh, well, I'll just like, talk to them and we can get this cleared up. I can't believe that they would think this, but, you know, I can explain. But if you are, if you're dealing with like a narcissistic pathological personality type, they already know that the accusation is bullshit. That is why they are making it. And anything that you do to engage with them is going to be just something that they manipulate to try to exacerbate the situation and make it worse. Like that's it. That's the whole game plan.
It seems like a lot of the time, especially when there's some minor thing that just like is like a total lie or something like that. That seems to be what people are gunning for, because a lot of people now, you know, they've grown up in like this era of the internet where everything is like blood sport shit. Like they, you know, there's not just like a, hey, I used to be friends with this person, or I used to be associated with these people, and they did something bad. I have proof that they did something bad, and I want to let people know so that they don't, you know, form like associations with these people with the idea that they're not going to maybe do something bad to them or something like that. Like that is kind of like the quintessential, like why should I care type of thing. Like what benefit is there in me, or what benefit is there to me to listen to you about this thing, about these people that I don't really know or kind of know or even I'm a fan of, right? Like there was a whole thing with internet aristocrat, or not internet aristocrat, internet historian?
Yeah,
internet historian. There was a thing with internet historian where some idiot, some bald retard on YouTube was like, oh, I caught this guy plagiarizing something. And it was just like, people like internet historian and they don't like you. So like he made this big stink about it, and he was obviously trying to like get people to like unsubscribe and never associate with this guy again over something. And
ripping away your audience. Yeah,
he could have like engaged and attacked this guy back and stuff. Not really his style though. So he looked at it and he said like, yeah, I hired someone to write the script for that video, and I guess they stole from something else, and I never like realized that's what happened. He apologized for it, and he just like linked the thing, and it was over. But like that's obviously not what this guy wanted. He, like everybody else who grew up in that era and wants to start stirring the pot and shit on fucking the internet, he wanted this guy to fight with him because that would get him views.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that
Isn't it that kind of thing where like if I kill you, I get your fame and audience?
people I think some people think that, but I think more people think if I just start like drama, if I just start some sort of controversy, then I'll be at the center of that and more people will see what I'm doing. Like there are people on like Twitter and stuff who are like, there's people in the furry community that just all they want to talk about is like somebody they want to cancel, because they can't do anything, they can't create anything that anybody wants to see, and they really want attention. So they know the only way they're ever going to get that is by being like, oh, well, no big deal, but I'm the guy who canceled Floopy Whoopy. You know, like they think like that's like going to be a trophy that they can use as like a conversation piece to get people.
Have you ever heard of Floopy Whoopy? No.
Yeah.
That's because of me.
Yeah, so they think that's good. There's going to be something like that happens, because you notice they never like go after anyone small. It's always someone with like a medium to large size audience, and it's always like they want to cancel them for the kind of thing that would get you like more attention, like the kind of thing that like the whatever community, furry community for instance, their things that's like the safe things to believe, right? They're the safe things to believe. Like, if someone says that this guy is a Nazi, then he must be. Oh my God, he must be. And we should all just like tell him to kill himself at the same time online, and then it'll happen like a spell. And that like there's literally people they've done this shit to, who are not the things they accuse them of being, and they have like people in their own community that are just like, you know, abusing children and animals, but they don't care about that. They just care about Nazi stuff. So you'll never see these people go online and talk about, yeah, the guy who runs this convention, when he started dating the person he just got married to, they were like 14 and he was like 30. They'll never talk about that, because that might, you know, retract from their clout online. If someone big and famous that they like, that they need to suck the dick of, doesn't like them because they call them out for doing something actually bad. They won't do that. They'll go after somebody with a medium-sized audience that they find some old forum post or something, and they'll go, see, this guy's a Nazi, make me famous now, I canceled this guy. And they'll want you to fight with them about it. And that's the stupidest thing you can do.
Screenshot.
Yeah. Screenshot chess. That's what they think they're playing.
Like, no joke though. That's, yeah. It's all like, that's the thing that sucks, is like when you sort of understand what they're doing and how it works, it just all turns into a joke. It's laughable. It's just like, oh, I think, you know, for us, it's like, I guess I'll just keep on making cartoons that I really enjoy. And that
I actually, you know, honestly, I actually like the attention now when they can try to cancel us. I think it's really funny. I legit enjoy the attention, and I revel in the glow.
Well, I think partially it's easier to do that because we have we've actually grown a lot throughout these cancel attempts. Like, so I hate to say, but I know what some of these people in the furry community especially were trying to do. They were trying to cut us off. They were trying to throttle us in the cradle. They were trying to crush us before Vivid Publishing and Dreamkeepers could ever get big enough to actually survive and grow past that. So they went after us when we were as weak as we were ever going to be, and they failed. And now, now it's too late. So it's a lot easier to laugh at this stuff now that we've survived it and grown despite that. But that said, it's like, I do think it's funny when you get to know it, and that's why it's, I don't know, especially tragic to me that, you know,
Daniel didn't handle it well.
Well, I don't know, like, that's the thing, though, is we're also all making assumptions about what happened, and none of us actually know what happened. And I would imagine if he was around, he would be vexed at people just sort of jumping to conclusions and trying to reduce it down to some sort of a moralizing tale. But I don't know. But if any of you listening ever find yourself in a situation like that where it's like, oh, they're coming after me to cancel me, just you know what? If you haven't actually done anything wrong, it's fine. Relax. It might seem really intense, but turn off the computer and, what do you like about the things that you like? You can still do that. It's fine.
The best thing to do is not engage with the person doing it at all and just let them sit in the crystal and talk to themselves. See what they come up with. It might get really crazy and funny after a while, but don't talk to them and fuel them. Don't feed the trolls.
I mean, the thing too is they will try their best to make it seem as though they are not trolls, but that they're like anything. They will anything to get hooks
They're
into
very
you.
concerned.
and
Oh, they're
engage
very
you.
concerned
Yeah,
about
no,
you.
they're really good faith, and they just want what's
Yeah.
best, and like everything under the book. And one of the things that helped me actually like learn how to see through it a lot easier would be to stop and think, okay, let's reverse the situation. If I was doing this to someone else, is that something I would ever consider doing or saying to another person over this evidence that they are presenting is a big deal? And as soon as I do that, as soon as I'm like, is this like them? Because if you're a person like a normal human that grew up in a normal environment, you assume everyone is telling the truth. You assume the people around you are generally good people. You have solid parents, maybe some good siblings. You come from a high trust society, basically. And so then when there's someone there that will knowingly subvert every social norm and every sort of like polite expectation in order explicitly to just get you wrapped up in this type of baloney, first of all, most people are not going to have any defenses up for that because they've never had to have defenses up for that. But one of the things that helped me become a lot more canny to it was stopping and thinking, it's like, wow, what this person is trying to do to me and the things they're trying to say and the way they are approaching this, would I ever consider doing this to someone else? And immediately it's just like, oh no, that would be beyond the pale. I would never do that to somebody. And then it's like, oh, okay, so then maybe they shouldn't be doing that to us. Makes it a little more simple.
Yeah, I don't know the I've seen a lot of that, and I like the thing I always notice in common is they always want to tell you about how this is just for everyone else's benefit. I just want everyone else to know this so they're safe and they're not making a mistake by associating with these people that I don't like suddenly, and it's always like that I just want to make sure that as many people can hear my message as possible. It's not about me being famous or anything, but here, let me call in every favor I have with anyone with any kind of clout online so that I can get everybody to hear me for the first time and only time in my entire life. Everyone's going to be listening to me. And then they say what they have to say. No one's interested in it because it's obviously bullshit. And then they have a few people come in and go and like, you're right. It sounds like these people are Nazis and they have a mental illness. Ooh. And then they come in and say their stupid shit. And then they just, a week later, they forget that any of that happened and that they don't have any interest in this anymore. And then, which means now they don't have any interest in you. So what you'll see is those people slowly just spiral into insanity. Constantly talking. You'll always see these, they have the same personality types too. You'll always see these people making like the most low effort shit. If they make anything at all, they'll be blaming their audience because they're not famous yet. Yeah. Well, my audience just like they won't help me get famous. Like, it's not your audience's job to make you famous, you fucking retard. Why don't you try making something people fucking like for once? How about that? Like, oh, I make stuff and no one likes it, so I'm not getting famous, but I want to get famous. Why don't you make stuff people want to see and share instead then? Because you're not making shit for yourself. You're making shit for other people. You have to make it something people want to fucking look at. They want to share. They want to fucking help you grow it. If they don't do that, you failed in designing it.
See, but I feel like I've seen enough of these personality types now through our work in Dreamkeepers and stuff that I actually understand. I feel like I understand them really well now. Now I can see them coming like a mile away. It's just so easy. It legitimately feels like they're all the same creature. They just happen to be living in different lives, like different shells. But it's like all the same.
Just different fingers of the same hand. Yeah.
It really, really feels like that. And
Hazen. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
And I was just going to say, on the thing of like, oh, why don't you just make something that people like? You realize for these creatures, it's not even that they can't. If they did that, it would defeat the point of doing it. The point of doing it is that they feel as though they are owed They feel as though the universe owes them anything that they want. Fame, adulation, attention. They feel like that is their birthright for existing. And anything that they have to actually do in order to like try to attain that, basically that is like, they feel like they already bought it fair and square. It belongs to them because they were born. And then the universe is like, oh, well, I want you to do something more. And that is like an injustice. That is an insult to them. So they will go through the most shallow, perfunctory, surface level efforts and be like, well, fine, I guess if I must make something to like get people to like pay attention to me, then fine, I'll do this. And then they'll do, you know, superficial, surface level stuff. And then when that doesn't work, they just get so bitter and furious because in their mind, they are being cheated by God and they want revenge.
Anyway, I was going to say, you know, Hazen, we've had a couple times here where like Dave will tell one of them no, and then they blame you for it. Like, oh, this doesn't sound like Dave. This is Hazen controlling. Before you came along, they blamed
blame me for it? Like,
Yeah,
when did
no.
this start?
It just, you know, happens. But I'm just saying, they used to think I was controlling Dave, and they would be like, this doesn't sound like Dave. This doesn't sound like Dave. This is Liz. This is Liz telling them what to say.
Oh yeah, that was like the
I would
early.
be controlling Dave if it wasn't for Liz.
That was one of the earlier avatars of the creature, but I think that's another aspect of it is when they latch onto a target, they'll pick a target that they think can potentially get them clout if they associate with it in a positive way, and then if at some point they start to feel not great, if their feeling goes like from like, oh, I'm gonna hero worship this target, I'm hero worshiping, I'm like love bombing up and down, I'm just they're so great, they're so great, they're so great, and then suddenly if something happens where they don't feel so great around that target, then they go to like, you know, total hatred of it. But the one thing they won't accept is that they do not have the target charmed, because they pride themselves on the idea that they completely have their target 100% snowed, absolutely manipulated. It's like, oh no, I'm so clever, I'm so deceptive, I have this person
they think you're property.
completely in the palm of my hand, and there's no way that they could ever figure me out because I'm just too clever. And then as soon as it's like, no, I've kind of got you figured out, so, you know, have happy trails, we're not going to be doing the same thing no more. They're like, no, I've got my pride wrapped up in the idea that you couldn't figure me out, so therefore, there must be some other explanation. It's not that I'm actually not that clever, it's because, space aliens told you. Those damn space aliens. You know, something.
Yeah.
But it'll be something ridiculous like that, where they just can't accept the fact that maybe they were never really that clever at all. Maybe it wasn't that they were so super effective at deception, it's just simply that the person they were with was trusting. And then when the person realized that trust was not appropriate for them, you know, there you go, end of the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyone out there too, like every time this has ever happened to us, I've always been like, why should this happen to us? We're not famous at all. This is ridiculous. We're tiny. We're still growing. But another thing that I've learned because of all this is fame is always relative. It does not matter how little you are or how big you are. If there are people around you and they feel like in some level they're on the same wavelength as you, like maybe socially they're on the same wavelength, but career-wise they don't have quite the same level of success. If they are this type of narcissistic personality that's going to be jealous, then these dynamics can kick in. So it's not even like, no, I'm not a real celebrity because I don't like, look at me, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just sitting here chilling and drawing. But it only matters like if you're famous relative to the psycho. If you're famous relative to the psycho, then things will kick off.
Watch out. Yeah. Wow, David, it's almost like you know people who've done this to you before.
Yeah.
Got a list?
Well, I mean, I know who they are, but it's not really, I don't know, I got other stuff to think about. It's not even like, oh, how dare this like, once you understand how they tick, it's just like, oh, I understand, like, the creature there,
Oh,
that's
I
what
know.
they do. It's like,
No, there's another one.
it would be like getting surprised at, like, oh, a bird is flying through the air. It's like, yeah, birds fly through the air, that's what they do, not a big deal. So just decide, like, okay, well, do you want that, more in your life or less in your life. And if you want it less in your life, then, you know, easy solution.
This will make a good pin, Dave. This flame Atronarch
No,
thing.
no. What, underwear pin? No.
Oh, now that you say underwear pin, I'm like,
No
no,
one would
actually,
want that.
people would want an underwear pin. He's right. Flaming underwear. Coming soon to a store near you.
Flaming Gucci
know you were
underwear.
I didn't know you were gonna put the layering or the texture on the underwear to kind of show it's like going like burning up. I was not expecting that.
I'm still gonna add some overlay to it to increase the warmth of the temperature or the warmth of the color a little bit. But first I need to figure out where my underwear lines are on this piece.
You got 2 minutes, but you're almost done.
Yeah. I think from here on out it's basically just gonna be polishing up like little details. Maybe a bit of an overlay layer.
The hot under their pin would be very popular. Ugh.
Fire elemental, naked fire elementals, Elder Scrolls, fire hole pins. What do they call that thing in
call
that
it
game?
fire
Like
hole.
a fire lady?
The flame Atronarch, yeah.
The flame Atronarch. Now I know why everyone wants to be a fireman. Let's make that overlay layers are so nice for adjusting temperature of the color and even the value contrast.
Well, you're on time.
Yeah, a little bit of overlay really goes a long ways. That's fun.
Apparently, you don't care.
I'll give it like another couple of minutes. I'm almost done. Gosh, Mom.
Mom.
I love how he's in jail. They make him watch him burn it.
Yeah.
They didn't think this through, but he's about to have his like revenge arc. This next arc is the whip school shooter arc. He goes and loads up Springer guns.
Oh my
He starts
God.
listening to like goth metal. He goes around in a little trench coat. It's
It's cute.
to Cradle of Filth.
It's very cute. And then he kills.
He's very cute. Then he kills.
no, he's not gonna have a school shooter arc, you guys. I'm joking, or am I? Is he joking? Is he actually joking?
You're probably inspiring Mamo to do some dirty, dark things now.
Bad influence confirmed.
So I will leave peacefully. I would hope so.
Yeah, a little overlay goes a long way. That's nice.
It does, yeah.
Now I just want to adjust the background of this panel because right now the value contrast is too close to his head. So I'm just gonna put another screen layer in here. I could probably find like, oh, there's a highlight layer already that you could use. Your layer structure could be more efficient. Shut up, nerd. I'm just getting it done.
I'll look at my layers.
Yeah, if someone goes in here, I'm gonna judge whether or not David has efficient usage of layers in Clip Studio Pro. Oh my goodness, time to cancel him. Well, that would be justified. It's like I'd have to be like, yeah, you got me. My layer usage can be quite inefficient at times. Guilty as charged. Because that's what furries really care about, is efficiency in the execution of art. You know, that's a big topic with them.
It is, you know, everyone loves those, all the tech talk.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put a nice big gradient back here. That's just gonna give like sort of like the overall feeling like there's actual heat coming off this fire. Like that. There we go. Yeah, it's like a last sort of touch, but I think that's a good touch. And now we have Whip being very angry, staring at underwear fire. You guys, don't spend it all in one place. Saving. Yeah, so I think that's it. Here's some other stuff. I'm making Christmas pictures to post on social media. Sometimes you gotta make smaller versions of them, because you go to post it and it's like, this is too big, we can't possibly schedule this. And it's like, okay, fine, I'll make a smaller. I'll make a weak version of it for you. Blue Sky, you freaking weakling. Can't even handle high resolution images, you piece of delight, you fluffy wonder. That's what I call it.
Dave, Blue Sky isn't about really nice pictures. Blue Sky is about ignoring your profile except for once a month and then begging for money.
Oh, I'm doing it wrong.
You're not doing it
I've
right.
seen
You gotta.
so much of that. Like when people like lead me to like a Blue Sky thing, I see that all the time. It's just like, guys, I don't have money for anything. I live in fucking downtown LA. My rent is $4,000 a month, and somehow I'm so broke all the time. Oh, someone please help me.
Someone help, I can barely afford the DoorDash anymore. And it's like, if you
Go to my
I couldn't
Ko-Fi.
even get avocado toast this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're on Blue Sky, paying for internet.
I blocked you there already.
Blocked.
Aw, he likes us, so he blocks us. That's definitely what they do on Blue Sky, isn't it?
That's actually how they, on Blue Sky, that's how they say I love you, is with a block. So if you've been blocked by a lot of, I think we've been blocked by what, like 6,000 some, okay, I don't remember the number. I used one of those lookup
I'm
things one
sure.
time, and it's like 6,000 people love us. They love us so much that they're using the Blue Sky code to say they love us. Yeah, but this is done. Anything you guys want to say before we call it a stream tonight? 3.
I don't know, but we're gonna have the Yark demo up on Steam for backers really soon. So if you're a backer for Yark, please look forward to playing the demo very, very soon. We may stream us playing the demo a little bit. We may stream Dave playing the demo so that everything doesn't get spoiled. But there's a lot in
Shut
the
up.
demo that you don't think that.
Oh,
I'm good. I'll figure out all
You
the
can see
secrets.
Dave.
you can't open the door, honey.
I think that's a glitch, so shut up.
But yeah, we'll have Dave play it maybe in the Dream Court or something. You can have a look at the demo, and you can play it really soon. We just really we got to put the Steam page together and upload it. That's what we have left to do with that.
Woo.
But there's going to be a lot more production on Yark going forward. That's going to be a lot faster than it was before. So look forward to more Yark updates really frequently. Well, I'm not gonna say really frequently, but more frequently than they were coming. And look forward to probably this month something really big from GarageBand. If you're like me and you love GarageBand, or if you are unlike me and you haven't read GarageBand, you should go read it. And it's my favorite Vivid property, just because personally it resonates with me more. But it's really good, and you should check it out. It's got some cute girls in there. I know you guys love the girls. GarageBand girls are very underrated, so you should go have a look and read about them. But there's going to be something really big coming from GarageBand probably this month or next month, so just be on the lookout for that. Join the newsletter. Somebody link the newsletter. Where's Arliss? He's not here. Somebody link the newsletter in the chat.
No.
No.
I'm joining that, and so
I'm gonna
That's
grab
also
it.
on our link tree, which you can also just link that. Everything's on there.
There we go. I don't
Yeah,
looked
this
into,
is what Dave's showing right now is GarageBand art. I think this is the cover
Yep.
art that's coming. Well, we can just say that the book is going to be coming out. We're probably going to be doing a crowdfund campaign.
I think
for
this is
the
actually
volume
my
1 of GarageBand.
I think this is actually my debut as a cover artist. Like, I've obviously done Dreamkeeper stuff, but in terms of doing cover art for another comic, I think this is my first time. It's really fun.
You did a
What is this
magazine.
link? Dreamkeeperscomic.com/blog.
That's supposed to be the news page. But I guess it's
I think that has a link to the newsletter. Yeah, it does.
yeah. That's
Okay.
why I shared it.
So yeah, that's great. That's also the site. So if you're new or if you're watching on somewhere we're not really talking to actively, you can go to dreamkeeperscomic.com. You can find everything there. The comic is completely readable for free. I think all of it's out now that exists. There's a store where we have some stuff in there. You can pick up a copy of the book or some prints. There's a newsletter you can join in case, social media Gestapo come and destroy our only connection to our fans. We have a newsletter you can join where you can still stay in touch and we can still update you on what's going on and where we're at. So there's a lot of good stuff there. So go check out that site.
Woo! All right. Well, that's it for the stream. Thank you, Hazen, for the list of stuff. Everyone, you guys have a good weekend. Don't worry about crazy people accusing you of random stuff, because if they're wrong, then hey, then they're wrong. No big deal. And we will stream again on Monday. So, stream now ends in 5, 4, 3, 2,